Hello guys, welcome back to the Global Mission channel. If you haven't already subscribed yet, please do subscribe, share the video with your friends and families, so that we will be blessed together. Alright, so let me first introduce myself. I am Lungchegabo. I go by the name LCG Naga. I am a music producer, photographer and videographer by profession. I studied music productions, videography and photography from Thailand, Bangkok. Alright, so today I'm going to share my own personal experience on how God changed my life, on how God saved me, or how I encountered the love of God and His grace. So, being a Naga, I was born and raised from a Christian family, a very strict Christian family. So back in the days, when I was a kid, I was very active in Sunday school. I was very active in all the church programs, But that's what every Christian do. And I go to Sunday school, I go to church because I was afraid of my parents, So I was just a Christian, you know what I mean? Just a name tag Christian, you know what I mean? Alright, so long story short, let me go straight to the point. When I was on the way to Thailand, Bangkok, I had a terrible experience. That completely changed my life to the worst. So yeah, I reached Bangkok and then I was passing the immigrations and I had a problem out there. The immigration officer didn't allow me to enter Thailand because he thought I was traveling with a fake passport. She didn't really believe me that I was an Indian. So we had that problem. She didn't believe me I was an Indian. And moreover, she asked me to show a cash of 30,000 baht, which is the currency. And I didn't have that money, So I requested her that I would show her my account statement, but she didn't really agree to that. So, I had a problem back there. And after a few minutes, some immigration officer came. And then some security guy came along. And they were talking in their own language, which I don't really understand. Which I didn't know what they were talking about. But I certainly know that something is not right. I know that something is wrong. So, I was praying to God from the inside. And I was praying to God, like God help me to get through immigration. And I heard one officer calling me and say, "Hey boy, come over here." So I just went there and then, he told me to follow him. So I just followed him. And then, on our way, I was just following him. I asked him, "What's the matter? What's wrong with it?" And he told me to be quiet. So, I have nothing to say. I was just quiet. And then after a minute of walk, we ended up in a cell. Kind of like a prison, the airport prison. So at that very moment, I knew that I was going to be deported back to India. And I started questioning him and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? What's wrong? What's the matter? What's the reason behind all this?" And he said, "Boy, you don't have cash money with you. And moreover, you are traveling with a fake passport." And I was surprised because they didn't believe me that I am Indian, But I told him everything that happened in the immigration. And he was like, "Then why didn't you tell me before?" But I was not allowed to speak a word, I was told to be quiet, so I was quiet. But I ended up in the cell and he said, "Sorry boy, you have to stay here for 24 hours before you get back to India." So I had to stay there for 24 hours. So it was 3 in the morning. Then I have to stay there till 3 the next morning. So I get in the cell and then I was so lonely. I was so frustrated. I was so angry and I was so mad. So I started questioning and complaining to God. "God, what is this? Why me? Why is this happening to me? What have I done wrong?" You know what I mean? And the more I think of it, the more angry I get. So I was sitting in a cell and I was so embarrassed. I was so frustrated and angry. So I started complaining God, and I come to the conclusion that there ain't no God, there is no God. Because if God really does exist, He would have heard my prayer. He would have let me go through the immigration. That's what I thought. So I sit there, I can't eat, I can't sleep. I just stay there for 24 hours and I get back to India. That completely changed my life. I started getting more into alcohol. I party all day, all night. That's what my lifestyle was. And it continues for months and months. So after few months of getting back from that prison from Bangkok, something strange happened. I was in India and I was laying on my bed, and the same hour I stayed in the prison, that same hour, something very strange happened to me. I was struck from the inside. I don't know what it is. I can't feel anything, but something hit me so hard from the inside that I was paralyzed. All my body is numb. I was dying. I was dying. So I started praying to God. God, if you are real, please save me. That was my prayer. And suddenly, out of nowhere, I was like, boom, and then I was well again. He saved me. I was laying there a minute ago, and the moment I prayed, I prayed that God, if you are real, show me, save me. That's what I prayed. And at that very moment, I was like, boom, and I was healed. I can move again, I can feel my body. So I wake up and I pray. I pray, I thank God, and I sleep again. I woke up in the afternoon and I forgot everything that God had done in the morning. So I called up my friends and I was like, hey guys, come over, let's grab some beers and have fun. Yeah. So yeah, and then we drank the whole evening, the whole night. And the next morning I woke up and I went to the bathroom to take a shower. I was in the bathroom and I was losing my breath. So I ran out of that bathroom and I called my friend. I was like, hey guys, we need to go to hospital right now. So we go to hospital and I met a doctor and he said, boy, you don't have any problem in your body. That's what he said. And I was so surprised and I was so confused because I was losing my breath. And then he told me that there is no problem, there is nothing wrong with me. So I was like, what is this? What really is this? I started questioning to the doctor again. If there is no problem in my body, why am I losing my breath? That's what I was questioning to the doctor. And he said, hey boy, your lungs is normal, your heart is normal, everything is normal. So I was so confused. And for 3 months straight, I didn't sleep. I didn't eat well, Depression, anxiety, panic attacks every day. That's how my life was. I was so scared. I didn't have the audacity to come before God again. And one midnight, I was awake in my bed. That same feeling hit me again. I was paralyzed. I can't move. All my body was numb. So I rolled back, I rolled. So I rolled and turned my face to the ground and I started praying again. God, this time, please take me home. I was in Kolkata at that moment. I prayed to God, God, please take me home. I don't want to die here. I want to go home. That's what I prayed. And then I heard this tiny little voice speaking to me and say, son, you are loved and you will always be loved. And I heard this tiny voice that gave me a Bible verse. It was the book of Timothy, 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, for God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, peace and sound mind. So I was comforted by that verse. So at that very moment, I cried and I prayed to God again. I surrendered my life and I was committed to God from that very night, from that very hour. And I decided that God, no matter what, in whatever ways I can, I will serve you. That's what my commitment with Christ. That's what I took. That's what I took, a commitment with God, And by the grace of God, I was raised from death. I was dead a couple of months ago. I was living, but I was dead from inside. I don't have joy, I don't have peace. I was even afraid to pick the call from my parents because I thought that very call will be the last talk I will have with my parents. I was filled with the spirit of fear. I was filled with depression, anxiety, and panic attack every day. But God raised me from that. God raised me from that. Who am I now is because of His love and His grace. So tonight, I just want to encourage you, no matter what you are going through, no matter what situation you are in, the battle is not yours. The battle is God's. He will fight the battle for you. No matter how big your problem is, God will fight the battle for you and you will see the victory. All you need to do is come into your life and come to Him, because God is welcoming us with an open arms. Then all things will work together for good in our life. We will see the victory. So if you have any problems in your life, just come to God. He will heal you and He will raise you like He raised me. And I just want to say this, that if God can use a messed up person like me for His glory, He will certainly use you. So if you have any problems and you want the Global Mission to pray for you, don't hesitate. Comment down your problems. Now we will share and then we will pray for you. And if God had done great thing in you, share with us so that we will be inspired and we will grow together. God was there in my darkest day, so He is always with you and me every time. Thank you all for listening and staying with me till the end. I believe and I pray that you will be blessed. And if you have any problem, I pray that God will break the chains of every problems. Thank you and God bless you. Peace out.